Hello fellas, Jigsaw here with another video, and today we're gonna be ranking the Calisthenics Skills. So this tier is made on Tiermaker, and I had to make it myself because there are no good tiers that I could find there. And I will link this tier in the end of the video if you want to try it. So we have God tier, which is like the absolute beasts, A tier, then B tier, then C tier, then D tier, and then E tier. E tier doesn't mean that the exercise is bad. All exercises here are great, but some may be a little bit more for beginners, a little bit more easy than the others. So first one we have here is like 2-finger handstand push-up or 2-finger freestanding handstand. I know you cannot see it, but on Google it was 2-finger, like one of each hand, and that goes immediately to God tier. I mean, there's nothing to speculate there. That's absolute beast. Then we have the 1-arm pull-up there, and that's really hard exercise, really great exercise to build your lats. And overall I think it goes to A tier. It's not as good as 2-finger freestanding handstand, but it's definitely one of the best and hardest exercises that you can do in calisthenics. Then we have here the dragon flag, which is great core exercise, and you can see this is a great athlete. Okay, it's me. But yeah, I wanted to also put some pictures of me when there's an exercise that I can fully do. And I love this exercise. It's a great core exercise, and it's really great to show off, but it's not really that hard. It's quite easy, at least for me it was, so I put it to the E tier. It's still quite impressive, so it's definitely not E tier. Then we have the front lever, and maybe I would actually first do planche. Planche we have here with the calisthenics movement athlete, and I would put it to A tier because that's really hard exercise. It trains also on your triceps, shoulders and chest, and mainly it trains on the core, and it's really hard exercise. I think one of the hardest ones that are like front lever, planche, and these types of core exercises. So I would definitely put it to A tier. And the front lever, here we have Osvaldo, I would put it to B tier. It's still really hard to reach the full front lever. It's not possible in just few weeks or a few days. If somebody can do it, they basically had really great core strength before. I still can't manage the full front lever, and I'm training on it for more than a year, but I'm almost there. I'm more than halfway through. Then we have the freestanding handstand, and I would actually put it to A tier. And the reason why is because there's more stability that you need to do than, for example, in the front lever. Because you on the front lever you hang, but in the freestanding handstand there's a fear that you can fall on your back and injure yourself, and you really need to have really great shoulder strength, really great core, so it's A tier. Also, handstand is something like the bench press of calisthenics, because if you tell somebody that you're doing calisthenics, they usually ask you if you can do a handstand, and if they don't ask you if you can do a handstand, they usually do ask you if you can do a muscle up. So I would put it to C tier, because I think it's harder than, I mean, yeah, that's like comparing to other, one is strictly core exercise and one is more dynamic and push-pull, but yeah, I would put it to C tier because it's not too hard, but it's not too easy either. Then another core exercise that we have here is the human flag, and this exercise is really hard, and I would actually put it higher than the front lever, because on the front lever you pull, but in the human flag you need to pull with one hand and push with the other hand. So it's really hard exercise, and it's really impressive to see when somebody does it. So I would put it to A tier. Then we have here the Korean dips, which is a great triceps exercise, and I actually seen just one guy on my eyes to do it, and one other guy on the video. So I think that's definitely A tier, because it's, for me, I tried it and it's really hard exercise. You need to have great stability and really strong triceps. Then we have 1-arm front lever. I've never seen anybody to do it, and I haven't seen that many pictures of somebody doing it. And considering how the normal full front lever is hard, 1-arm front lever, that's just absolute beast. I mean, that's instant god tier. Those are gods who can do it, because you need to stabilize yourself to not to fall on the other side where you're hanging. Yeah, that's just really hard exercise. Then another exercise that we have is the one arm handstand push-up, and I would actually put it to god tier again. The reason why is it, I mean, yeah, one arm freestanding handstand is really hard, but the pose that he has, that's even harder. I mean, if he did straddle, I think the stabilization is there easier to maintain, but like this, that's definitely really hard, and he has to have really impressive core strength. Then probably the only leg skill exercise in calisthenics, or the only one that I could think of, is the pistol squat. So this exercise is not easy, but many people can manage to do it quite easily. Many people can't. I am almost there, like one finger from being there, so I would put it to C tier. I think it's harder than Dragon Flag. Actually, I think Dragon Flag you can do in a few months. I mean, probably pistol squat also if you train on it a lot, but let's do it like this. As next exercise, we are gonna take this, again, amazing athlete, yeah, that's me again, with the Superman push-up, and I would put it actually to E tier, not because it's not impressive, it's one of my favorite push-ups exercises, because it's really impressive, and actually when I first tried it, I first made it. That's why it's on the E tier, because I was doing quite a lot of plyometrics, so I probably had the basic strength on it, but I never really tried it because I thought it's hard. But I was just doing clapping push-ups, and then I tried the Superman push-ups and I made it, so it wasn't really that hard. If you know how to train on it, you will make it. So the next exercise that we have here are the Micha Schultz. There's Micha Schultz on the picture. I know you cannot see it, but that's one of my favorite fitness YouTubers, and he does the planche push-ups. Yeah, I put it instantly to get, not just because it's Michael, but because this is a great exercise and it's really hard. Planche itself is really hard exercise, but planche push-ups, that's extremely hard exercise and great exercise on the triceps. As next we have here the Michael Vasquez triple clap push-ups, and that's really hard, but for me it's actually harder than the Superman push-up. That's really hard, but it's not that hard as it seems, but for me it's harder than the Superman push-up, so I would put it to D tier. Then next exercise that we have here are the archer pull-ups. This is and considering it's a stepping stone between a pull-up and one arm pull-up, we cannot put it on A tier because there we already have the one arm pull-ups, so we put it to B tier because it's really hard exercise, but it's really great. But it's easier than the one arm pull-up because it's a progression in between. Then we have the crow pose or the monkey handstand push-up, and this is actually quite easy exercise, but it's a good exercise and it's a good stepping point between planche or training for the handstand, to hold it for some time and to train on the hand balance and to get used to being in that handstand position. But I would put it as a beginner exercise because it's not really that hard. And then last exercise we have Austin Dunham's L-sit, which is great core exercise, but considering what other core exercises we have, I would consider it more beginner because it's not that hard. But it's not that easy either, don't take me wrong, but it's not too hard. So if you change it here a little bit, so it's good. That's what before. Yeah. And yeah. So to recapitalize, we have the 2-finger handstand, then 1-arm front lever, 1-arm handstand, planche push-ups, planche, 1-arm pull-up, freestanding handstand, human flag, then we have the core and dip, then we have Osvaldo's front lever, and then we have the arch pull-up. In the C tier then we have the muscle up and the pistol squat, and then in D tier we have the triple clap push-up and the dragon flag. And last but not least, we have in the E tier the Superman push-ups, L-sit hold, and the crow pose. Anyway, this was my list, and this is just my own thoughts, so you can have definitely different opinion. And if you have, please write it in the comments below, and also I will leave a link so that you can do this tier ranking yourself. or if you followed along, that's even better, or play the video again and follow along. Also, if you would like to learn some of these skills and maybe combine it with other exercises to gain muscle and gain functions, or to lose some fat by it and work on your physique, you can hit me down on this and we can hop on a free consulting call to sign you up for the online coaching or even personal coaching if you live in my city. Anyway, I thank you a lot for watching, and please leave a like if you like this video. You will support me that way. Or you can start doing online coaching with me and you will support me even more. So also be sure to subscribe, and I will not prolong it anymore. You can also watch my other videos. And with that said, bye.